What's up, YouTube? This is Jess back with another video. That video that I said I was gonna do, give you a progress report on our we're going on our 2.5 months here being in business. And I said I was gonna make that video about the low down dirty truth of junk hauling. I want to start off by saying this video is not to in no way, shape, or form, meaning that anybody not do their business, as everybody has to follow their dream and do what makes them happy and at least try it. That's what we're doing. But I do want to give some more truth out there, because everything I see, is all rainbow and butterflies and, unicorns. Nobody's really talking about it. I see it in the forums, not gonna lie, there's a lot of people out there, that probably don't tell the truth, but I'm telling you the truth. There's just so much more to it. So I'm gonna, break away and just give you some of the true things that could happen. And the reason why I'm telling you is because I just don't want this to happen to you. By my standards is a different standard. Everybody has their own standards. For me, this is an investment. This is not my day-to-day job. This is not something that I survive off of. It's an investment. So I'm being an investor here, not a, if this business folds, my life isn't over. I don't want it to fold. We're brand new in it, and I'm pumping money into it. And I'm going to, that's just the way it is. But your first time out is going to be tough. So I'm going to start the story of just, the problems that I've run into already. I spent a lot of money. You guys seen the YouTube videos where I bought the truck. Truck is a year and a half old, not very old at all. I spent money buying the truck, getting it wrapped, made sure it had a warranty. And, I could have bought a used one, right? And bought it cash. But you want to have good equipment, right? And to each is his own. That was my thought, and my thoughts were, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy this truck that's semi new. I mean, it really is. So we ran it. First downtime was getting it wrapped. Took about a week. Okay, so you got to add that in. Plus, you paid for the wrap. Your downtime on that. Okay, at that point, there's something that I'm missing here, and I didn't think about it until it happens the next time around. So the next time around comes, and the truck's leaking micro. I'm like, where the hell is it? Because I seen a drop out there, and it would happen often. So I was like, okay. I look at it, found a leak. There's a leak in the transmission, minor leak, very on the back housing of it, sealed, no big deal. I'm thinking, okay, well, this is minor. I'll take it in. It's under warranty to the dealer, which I'm not going to name in this video, which, I mean, if I was this was my only gig, probably could have put me out of business, or, it would have been really bad if this was my only gig. So what I did was, we take it in. They have my truck for 14 days, let me mind you, 14 days. So that's 2 full weeks. And I have the paperwork, and anybody wants to see it, I can show you. Hit me up. It's, here in Las Vegas. I wouldn't recommend taking your enemies or somebody you don't like's truck there. It was such poor service. I ended up writing them, my wife actually ended up writing them a huge email. Very sad, because, my guy wanted to work. He had no work. Now, he was out of business for 14 days. Luckily, I found other work for him. I'm also a real estate investor, and I own multiple properties. I'll get to that later. That's how I got to this point. So, I had him working on the properties and doing some property work. So, nevertheless, he was able to feed his family. But yeah, not cool, So let me tell you what happened. We took it in. Guy says, oh, it's waiting for the transmission. And every day they called me everything but what I wanted. They called me about stupid things. I need to flush this. I need to flush that. I said, look, it had all its maintenance. I looked at the records. So it was a lot of BS. So it got to the point where, where's my truck? So we finally get it back on the 10th day. The 10th day, my guy goes and picks it up, you know, and he goes and he quotes one job, and then he comes back and I come to check it out, pulls up, and this thing is pouring transmission fluid now, pouring. And mind you, now it's 4 times worse than it was. I send an email back. This was on a Friday. You know, my wife sent the email at that time, says, you know, hey, this problem is worse. So we take it back in, and now it's an important urgency. I've copied the manager, copied everybody on it. I told them I was going to take it to Isuzu because they're an Isuzu dealer, and I was going to write, you know, a review on it and tell them how they're putting my small company out of business because they held on to my truck. So mind you, they go in. Now Monday comes. Oh, we have to get the part over. So they got the part from Los Angeles. We're in Las Vegas, obviously, so it's really around the corner. Amazingly, they had it back to us, what was it, Tuesday night. So they finally pushed forward, but nevertheless, 14 days for a tail seal on an Isuzu truck. So pretty crazy, guys. So in the midst of all that, I'm like, well, how do you do business without a truck? How do you make any money without your moneymaker sitting inside the dealer down for 14 days? So I was like, well, what do I do? I mean, I talked to my wife and I was like, what do we do? I mean, if our business is going to grow, is it going to get bigger? What are we going to do? Nevertheless, so we decided we were going to buy a dump trailer. Dump trailers, you know, the size that we bought. I don't know if you guys see my Instagram or the YouTube video, the one prior to this. That's why we bought the dump trailer. It wasn't because I wanted to buy the dump trailer. And I couldn't, like, you know, if you want a dump trailer, if you guys haven't looked around, they're hard to find with the right size for junk hauling. Nevertheless, if you want another Isuzu with the body, that's next to impossible to find. Or you're going to pay $1 million and it's still going to take a week to get here wherever you're at. Just so you guys know, in Las Vegas, you're not finding any specialty trucks like that. You're not even finding these dump trailers. And that's why, you know, we charge our prices, because not everybody has that. So what we did was I looked around, found, you know, one online, drove 4.5 hours to go pick it up. And, you know, it cost me cash. You know, good thing I had the cash, because, you know, I wouldn't be able to buy it. I mean, you guys seen that trailer. I paid about $8,000 for it, you know, cash, because they didn't want to do any financing or any of that other stuff. And, you know, I paid cash for this trailer. It's a dump trailer, which was great, because reason why we got it, like I said, because what am I going to do in the future if something out of our control happens to that truck? We're out of business. You know, options would be rent something from Home Depot, rent something from, you know, get a box truck. Those are all not good options, and they're not permanent options. So one of the things is, tip of the day, guys, you guys are going to need to have a backup plan as well if your business grows. You know, could have put me out of business before I even got started. Sad but true story. Lucky, you know, I have some reserves, liquid reserves to buy this trailer, added another asset to the company. So that's one thing I want to put out there, you know. So that's one of the, I guess you would say, downsides, because you're limited to your equipment. And I mean, you know, my equipment, I don't know if you've seen, it's, you know, pretty much brand new. So I didn't start from the bottom. I kind of start working my way backwards. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know, a lot of people ask me, hey, Jess, how are you all in like that? I know it costs a lot of money, and you guys with these NPRs and the wraps, and, you know, you guys know how much money this stuff costs. It is not cheap. You know, like I said, I had the money because, you know, I work a regular job, you know, and then I have a real estate investments. You know, I've owned a bunch of homes, and that's going to be my next series, is I'm going to show you guys how to get to this point. So that I'll make a video showing you how to come from dirt poor with nothing to where I'm at now. If you look at paper, you know, I'm pretty much an entrepreneur. So I learned a lot of stuff in business, kind of self-taught, just watching from other people and not watching some people on YouTube, kind of, they kind of just, they tell you how to do it, but they don't really tell you the full stuff. Getting off topic for a second, you watch them and you're like, okay, well, this guy's he's doing well, and sometimes it's not true, but sometimes it is. Or they say they started with zero. Well, they didn't really. I mean, at everybody's standard from zero is different. Some people had a rich dad and a poor dad. Well, damn, you had two dads. Some of us have zero dads and didn't get a dad until we had a stepdad. Some people had nowhere to live on the street, that's another thing. They had nowhere to live, and some people are like, well, I had a baseball contract, I'm rich, I only made this much, but you had somewhere to stay over your head. Anyway, I don't want to get too deep into this video. I'm going to say that for the next video and how to do it and what I've done and how I've acquired 10 property rentals that actually gross me 50% of rent every month. I'll make another video on that, guys. That'll be coming up shortly. But let me get back to here. So, all right, guys, let's get back to the video. The second part of this is I want to talk about acquiring customers. It's not easy. That's probably the toughest part of this business is acquiring customers. A couple ways to do it. Google ads, Microsoft ads, Nextdoor app, billboards, see what else, Instagram. I've tried it all and it costs a lot of money. It's not cheap. So let's talk about you're starting a business. I hope you didn't quit your job. You got to kind of grow into this if you're going to be successful and brand yourself and get repeat customers. So let's see. Let's talk about first way to get a customer. Google. Just like anything, people Google everything, right? They're looking for business. Well, if you want to be in the top, it costs money. Whether you do business with them or not, they click your banner or whatever your ad could cost you anywhere from, and God knows their algorithm. Sometimes it's $40, sometimes it's $6 a day. Who knows? Sometimes we'll spend $150 and we made $0 out of it. And you add that up by 10 days. That's $1,050, $1,500, and we made no money. That's a dangerous one if you ain't got money laying around. And then you have Yelp. That's another service. You got to pay $5 for each lead. And a lot of times the leads are closed. So there's another avenue. Let's see what's next. I want to say we did the Nextdoor app, which costs money as well. I've had zero success with that. I think I got about $300 into that this month. And then we have the billboard, which is running. That's big bucks too. We got a call off of it, maybe two. It looks cool. It's nice to have it, but is it paying back? I don't think so. Not yet, at least. Let me see what else. Maybe do some flyers. We haven't tried flyers. My guy's been around. He's all day putting out cards, checking in with businesses face to face, using some of my resources and my connections. That's how we got business. But I'll tell you what, guys, doing all of that has not been a cakewalk. So letting you guys know, if you think you're just going to walk into a junk hauling business and make $1,000 a day, or, I don't know. I've seen Matt and JoJo. They make a lot of money sometimes. But I never see them when they have a closeout deal, and they're doing their thing. And, I think they got in at a good time, and good for them. But I think the market is saturated right now. So it's going to take time to get in the business. And then, in order to grow your brand, you got to brand yourself, and be a professional. Everything I do here is professional. We have a professional recording. We have, a dedicated line. We have, look, we got professional apparel. We got the numbers there. Spend a lot of money doing this stuff, but and we're branding ourselves. So you want to be professional. That helps your brand as well. So in the beginning, it's more about the brand. Once everybody recognizes you, then I think it'll pay in. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Because right now, I think we have a lot of startup in here. But once it gets rolling, things will get better. Summer will come around. Obviously, we started in January, just for sakes of doing business and keeping stuff in the year lease for taxes and whatnot. But like I said, this ain't a place where you're just gonna sit there and roll in the cash. I see it everywhere. I see you see people making money, but it's not. If you want to do it right, if not, then you can cut all the corners and don't pay workman's comp, don't pay for commercial insurance, don't pay. You can cut all those corners, and at the end of the day, you're going to be working on the truck forever. I mean, what's our goal here? The goal is to be an entrepreneur, right? And another tip of the day is you're not making money until you're making money by not working. So let me repeat that. You're not making any money till you're not working and making money. If that makes any sense. So if you guys are following the channel or watching this video, that's the whole deal of what you guys want to do. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur and make money without making money, and I do that in real estate every day. I'm asleep, I'm making money. A lot of money invested, but it got it done. So which gives me time to play around with my junk hauling business and grow that. So if I don't do any calls that day, it's not like the lights are gonna be turned off, gas bill's not gonna be paid. So that's pretty important to gauge yourself, of where you want to be, because like I said, it's out here in Las Vegas, pretty saturated. I think it kind of went viral. And I'll be honest, the reason why I did junk hauling is because the properties. Every time I buy a property, I hired somebody, I hired a bin. So, my business actually feeds my other business. So I'm okay with it, until it finally takes off its own entity. And that's what I'm doing here. So, everybody's different, like I said, but keep in mind, if you think you're just going to, wake up tomorrow, have a junk hauling business, buy a truck, put some sides, that's great too. You have to think about the downsides of it and weigh your options. And like I said, don't let me discourage you, because I want you to do what you do that's for you across the U.S., wherever market you're at. Do what's you, but do your homework. Very important. Do your homework. Weigh your best scenario versus your worst case scenario, right? How long can you be without it, right? So, weigh your options. Do the best of the worst. Sit there and because last thing I hate to see is people watch these YouTube videos. Oh, we're making this money. Oh, we're getting rich. And the reality is it may work for them, like I said, but it might not work for you. And no disrespect to anybody else that, is out there doing it and they're doing their thing and they got in at the right time, which is good, but right now, like I said, it's saturated. I see a lot of stuff on the forums where people are hurting, and if you quit your day job and this is all you got, it could be pretty tough out there. I mean, if you need money to pay your rent, how are you going to pay your advertising? Do I advertise or do I pay the rent? Pretty tough, guys. So keep that in mind. Apologize. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just telling the truth. I'll have some more content coming out to you guys and how to make things work. I'm about to try some new things, some other avenues which I'll bring to you. But customer service is pretty important to me. Pretty important all the way around. Guys, I forgot to mention Craigslist is another way. Oh, Craigslist. You guys ever deal with Craigslist? The Craigslist customer is tough. The good thing about Craigslist is it's only $5 per ad. So it's not like Google where you spend $150 a day and you get a call and, you get 4 calls that have nothing to do with, not even a shot to get business, at least Craigslist, you just know it's like $5. So, but which is the downside is you got, every guy in a truck that started a junk business, he's paying $5, no big deal. It's like a crapshoot. You might get a call, you might not get a call, but it cost you $5, if you guys don't believe me, check it out. You're starting up a business, you got an LLC, and you're doing things the right way, and you're not trying to be a guy in a truck. You're trying to build a brand and build a future. Check it out. Check out Google Ads. Check it all out. Check it out for yourself. Try it. Might be more. You may have more success. Your market may be less competitive. But Google Ads to me, I think works. But you better be prepared to drop big bucks, and you better be prepared to drop bucks and make sure that's money that you don't need, because there is no guarantee in the return. Promise you that. You guys like this video, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe. My next video, I think I'm going to give you guys how I got here, and how I walked into, well, I don't want to say walk into the junk hauling business, but how I acquired all the nice equipment and the money for the downs and financing and all that other good stuff. That's tough for you guys that want to go. Obviously I've spent a lot of money. I'm going for the big time. I'm going for the future. This is not going to fold. My dream is for this thing to be large. And, I honestly plan on retiring in 5 to 10 years. So that's the limit I got. But, I got my employees, and, my promise to them is, they're going to run this company. I'm giving it to them. It's their future, not mine. My future's set. I don't need $1 billion. My property's paid for. I got, rentals that are making me money, and I can live good, and I can quit my job today, and I can quit this today, and I'll be fine. But I want something. I want to see this thing grow big, and I want to see my guys have this and be their business. I don't know about you other business owners, but I believe in sharing the wealth and teaching everybody to go to the next level. So that's why I'm making these videos. I want you guys to go to the next level. I want people that have nothing and came from dirt poor with nothing to make it to a brand, for them to go to, make millions and billions, and just share what you can, take care of each other. There's enough money out there. I mean, look at Amazon. Jeff Bezos has he could share money with all of us, probably give us all $1 million, and he'd still have billions and billions. So yeah, they don't need all that money. So we want to share it all out. And, if I would have billions, I'd share it. I don't need to live, outrageous, but I mean, we all want to be comfortable, right? So, that's my goal. So hopefully these videos help you. Good luck, man. And if you guys have any questions, comments, hit me up. I'll get back to you. Take care, and see you on the next one.